What's up, y'all? It's your girl Goddess7, and this is Cuzn's Tea Podcast, where we talking about all the hot topics and whatever the fuck else come to our mind. And tonight, I got a special guest in the building. If y'all follow my Instagram, she was on season 1, so y'all could go check that episode out on season 1. She's actually like a multipreneur, so I had to bring her back. And she got a dope personality, but let the people know a little bit about you.
Period. I like that. What you call it? What'd you say?
Multipreneur.
A multipreneur. I need to add that to like under my,
yeah.
What you call that? Under your thing. I need that on somewhere. Multipreneur.
Oh, right. You can make a shirt, something. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, my name is Ashley. I go by Ashkash. I think I'm gonna drop the comedian.
Okay.
Because I kind of do comedy, but I'm more going into the hosting part of it. So.
Okay.
So Ashkash, formerly known as Ashkash the comedian, and as she said, I do multiple things.
Okay.
So I got a couple businesses we'll talk about tonight.
Okay.
A couple things.
So season 1 we had talked about Robinson Hustle. You could tell them a little bit about Robinson Hustle.
So Robinson Hustle is a custom printing company, and we make custom prints for your shirts, wine glass. Oh, let me see. Let me show y'all the glass real quick that I made for the Cuzn Tea Podcast. We got glasses, anything that you could print, I pretty much can.
She did all our branding, so.
Yes. And I've been doing that for about, maybe like 3 years now. 3 or 4 years. I actually started doing it because I was doing the comedy and I wanted to make my own merch to sell, and I needed to cut out the middleman. So I started making my own merch, and then my aunt, shout out to Frida, because she's always very supportive, so she's probably going to watch the show. She's my favorite. She ordered some shirts from me for her son's baby shower. And ever since then, I've just kind of been booming and bucking, and yeah. So you can follow Robinson Hustle 8 on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So I know you about to exit the comedian world, or the comedy world. Well, not really, because you still going to be funny as hell while you hosting the event. So.
All the time, yes.
But I did want to talk to you a little bit about the comedy, and especially now since you're about to get ready to exit, just in case there's some other comedians out there, you know, that
Absolutely.
You might could give some advice to. So, like, what was it growing up for you? Like, how was that growing up? Did that have any play into you being as funny as you are?
Yes, absolutely. So I've been funny all my life. Just always making jokes, just always funny. So I just decided to try it out. I kept telling my husband, like, I think I want to do stand-up comedy. And we started at Designer.
Okay.
And so I started producing my own shows. So my first show that I did, I grabbed a bunch of my friends and family, and I did my first show. I was so nervous. I like rushed through my set. It was bad, but it was good at the same time, because you know your family gonna tell you, they gonna be honest with you.
Right.
They gonna let you know, like,
right.
You ain't that funny, or you got it, girl. And they told me you got it, girl.
Okay.
So I started just doing like a one-person show. It was just me, and I had like 3 different sets. And then I started bringing in other comedians, like, okay, well, let me try to do shows. And so I started doing that. And honestly, I don't think the other comedians kind of liked it.
The comedians that you were bringing in are like the other ones who were there before you?
The ones who were there before me.
Okay.
I feel like
they be hating.
I feel like high key they were definitely hating.
I do feel you, because I feel like people really be hating.
Yeah.
And especially when you're in a male-dominated industry.
Absolutely.
It's like they be having a boys club. I'm sorry to say that. I don't know if it's just here, but it's like they be having an all-boys club. And it be kind of hard to get in. You really got to go hard to build up your following.
I feel like that I was reaching out to them, but wasn't nobody reaching out to me.
Right.
Wasn't nobody saying, yo, Cash, come on, get on the show, or whatever. Do you want to do this show? Or nothing like that. I feel like I was reaching out to, like, you know, comedians who I had done watched before, and I was learning at the same time. So I feel like it's okay to, you know, give advice or say, well, hey, when you do this, this is how it should be done. You know, so I learned things along the way. I would still produce shows though. That's something that I would still do. By me not living in Charlotte anymore, the traveling back and forth wasn't really worth it for me. So I did start a production company with one of my homegirls out in Salisbury. We was doing the Laugh House, which actually could have really grown really big, but I think for me personally, it was too much work in the beginning. It could have excelled, but you know how the math don't be mathing.
It wasn't adding up.
It just
but you know, in the
know,
beginning, it's going. I feel like in the beginning, it kind of be hard unless you got a real big bag to back you up. But
it do. But when you're kicking, well, I think for me, it was like I can get paid the same amount of money just hosting. You know what I'm saying?
It is easier.
It's easier. I could just come, host my show, get my money, and go. You want me to produce the show, host the show, set up everything, and do this. Eventually, yes, the money will come, but that's just a lot of work.
It is.
For me, as a mom and a wife, it was too much time. So I try to simplify my life as much as possible, and so that had to go.
Okay. Was you a class clown? Because a lot of comedians was class clowns.
You know what? I was, and I should have won. I should have won. You know how they vote at the end of the year, whatever class clown it'd be in the yearbook, and they did not put me. They put somebody else. I'm sorry, people who went to school with me. I know they're gonna be like, it don't matter. It should have been me. I can't remember who they picked, but they wasn't funnier than me.
What about around your family? Was you always the funniest one of the family?
My brother pretty funny.
Oh.
Both of my brothers pretty silly. They just silly.
So your mama kids just funny. They're gonna make you laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm the funniest one though.
So I know you started back in 2019, like before COVID. When you first got on stage, I always ask like any type of artist this. When you first got on stage, how did you feel? Did you have anxiety? Like what was the feeling like?
Oh, I was so nervous every time, every single time. Barry knows.
What did your nervousness look like?
I had to boo boo.
Oh, someone else said that too.
I had to pee a lot though. Like I would go to the bathroom a lot, like 10 times before my show. Not necessarily have to boo boo like right before or nothing like that, but like I used to have to pee a lot.
Okay.
I definitely used to have to pee a lot.
You ever felt like the sensation of having to pee while you was performing?
No. Once you get on stage, everything go away, and then it's like when you done, you just feel it's a sense of relief, but it feels so good, and then you're ready to go back again. Right. That's what I do like about hosting, because I'm up there constantly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. But yeah, definitely nervous before every show. I think some of the top comedians are still nervous. Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. If you're not nervous and you think that you just that funny, you probably ain't that funny.
So like the first time you performed, do you feel like the audience connected with you your very first time?
Let me think. My first time was with my family.
Oh.
So yes, they connected because I tell my
Wait, what happened? Y'all had a family event. You was like, let me
No, I invited them to the show.
Oh.
So I told them I wanted to do comedy, and I wanted to, I wanted to do some comedy. So my skits are about my life. Things that I had been through, me pulling up on my, on my dude or whatever. So a lot of the stories they knew, but it's funnier when you tell it. So it's even funnier when you hear them tell the story or hear me tell the story. So and I definitely connect with the audience because every woman done pulled up on their nigga before. Right.
And I think what you said, like when you telling a real story, it's gonna make the audience connect with you. Like even with rappers or artists, when they singing or rapping about some real life shit that real people go through, regular people, like you connect with them more. Absolutely. And I think those type of comedians end up being like the best comedians because they just giving you them.
Absolutely. That's why I like Kevin Hart. That's why he's one of my favorites. Because I feel like I tell my jokes like him.
I fuck with Kevin Hart, little short ass.
I like him. That's my cousin.
Cousin Kel.
Right. Call me. Let me open up for you. I will come out of retirement for you, Kel.
Right.
I would call him right now, but we on the set. I don't, want to flex.
All right, Cousin Kel. Come on to Cuz's Tea Podcast.
Come on to Cuz's Tea Podcast.
Have you ever been booed before?
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
No, I ain't never been booed, but I done messed up for sure.
And you just kept going like.
Oh yeah, you just keep going.
Wait, what does mess up look like for comedy?
But one time I had got too drunk. And I got up there and just was all over the place. It was horrible. I remember saying to myself, girl, shut up and just get off the stage. You was going around and around. It was just horrible. I was trying to tell my skits, but they was just all over the place. It was real bad. Not funny at all. And then I think that's really actually the only time I ever messed up. So then I stopped drinking as much before my show. I would have like one drink and then I would drink afterwards. That was like a lesson learned. Other than that though, I ain't never really messed up enough to where the audience noticed.
Right.
But I always knew.
Okay.
So I would practice my stuff and I would know what I'm going to say, and then I would get up there and I might tell a joke and I left a part out and I'm like, dang. When I got upstairs, I'm like, I ain't say that one part. Right. So the joke may not resonate like it should have.
But shit, did they laugh?
Yeah, they always laugh.
All right.
But
so
you know the funny thing about it is I always would see the person who wasn't laughing. So in my mind, I'd be saying, oh.
Hey y'all. So today's episode is sponsored by Robinson Hustle 8. They are a family-owned business and they have so much to offer our community. Can you tell them a little bit about your business?
Absolutely, Goddess. My name is Ashley, the CEO and owner of Robinson Hustle 8. Well, we believe that behind every small business is a family. So here at Robinson Hustle 8, we customize shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, card decals. We even make business cards, labels, tablecloths, signs. We do a little bit of everything. So if you can think about printing it, we can make it. We do custom gift bags, custom wine glasses, anything that you could think of, most likely we can do. So definitely hit us up on Robinson Hustle 8 on Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram is Robinson Hustle _8. And you can also send us an email for your order at robinson.hustle8@gmail.com.
She does all of our branding, so make sure y'all go shop with her. Have you ever written jokes for anyone?
I ain't never written nobody jokes per se.
Wait, what do per se mean?
Well, they would tell me their jokes, and
you'll make them funnier?
Yes.
Okay.
So some people can tell a story and it's like winded. It's like, get to the point. You ever heard somebody tell a story and it's just like, let's get to the point of the story. So they would tell a joke and I'm like, it has to go punchline, punchline. You can't just be talking because you're losing the crowd.
Right.
Ain't nobody paying attention no more. So I would always give advice. I would always tell people like, you were funny, but if you would have did it like this or said it like this, it would be better. So I've always like helped out in any, especially I was always up and coming, but sometimes when you got it, you just got it.
Right.
And not to toot my own horn.
Toot.
I had it. I did. I got it. I just got it. And some people don't have it. So when you don't have it, you have to work on it. And I was very much willing to help people because this is something they want to do. Why not help them?
Right. Now, when you do events, even when we've done events together, like you always bring out a lot of comedians. Like, what do you think it is about you that make other comedians want to come to your events?
I don't know.
Cause you do. You be bringing the comedians out. When we did a show together, you be like, oh, I got this comedian coming. I got this comedian coming.
Well, because I always would call people and try to give them a chance. Like if I knew that this is something that they wanted to do, I'd be like, hey, this is your chance. I'm hosting this thing. I could put you on the show.
Right.
Come out. You could practice. Whatever. With anything I do, I feel like it's enough jokes out here for everybody. There's enough money out here for everybody. So I ain't never been a hater in my life. So if I bring you to something, it's to help you. I may see something in you that you may not see in yourself. You know, I ain't never been no hater, even though I got them.
Now, I know in the last episode, you said somebody stole your jokes.
Yeah, they still stealing my jokes.
Can we know some of the names?
Oh, you nasty! Oh, you messy. I won't say one of the people's name because I like them.
Okay.
And
It was a male or
it's
female?
a male.
Okay.
And I'm a fan of his.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna do him like that, and I like him. I just tell him to his face when I see him.
Right. I was gonna say where he from, but I ain't go.
Well, he live in Charlotte.
Okay.
But in the comedian world, it's really small. So if I say too much more,
No, that's okay. Well, he live in Charlotte.
He live in Charlotte. Most
Okay.
of them do. Well, no. A lot of them are from all around. But yeah, I think he live in Charlotte. I don't know, but he's really funny. He's really funny. But definitely stole my joke.
Okay.
But I ain't finished. You said say a name.
Oh yeah, come on. Just one.
Well, I don't know if they would call it stealing. Maybe they borrowed.
Ooh, what
The
joke they
jokes.
borrowed?
And I don't know this to be a fact. I just heard it through the grapevine because I do have people.
Because the
who
cousins
like
be
my
cousin
stuff.
and they be
And
talking.
the cousins be like, "Girl, I went to a show and such was telling all your jokes." And I said, "Shut up." I might tell you later. I'm gonna wait till the drink kick in. Don't go
Ooh.
back.
Okay, we might come back to
She
it,
know
y'all.
who she is.
Oh, it's a she though. It's a she. She identifies as she.
She'll hate on the high.
Ooh, don't hate.
On
Don't
the
bring.
front line.
Do not bring in 2024
On the
hating.
front
Don't do it.
line.
And pick up your pen and paper in 2024 and write some shit. If you wake up early, you'll come up with a lot of ideas. But I mean, just during the
Sometimes when
day.
you just ain't funny though. You
Yeah.
just ain't gonna be funny ever.
Okay, so I know that you was nominated for Queen City Awards.
Comedian of the year.
Comedian of the year. Like, what did that feel like when
It
you
felt
was?
amazing. It wasn't it wasn't like the Grammys, but that's a big deal.
That's the Grammys for Charlotte,
It
y'all.
is.
It is.
So I
Did
knew I
they
wasn't
call
gonna
you
win.
and tell you, like, how did that process go?
No, if I'm being completely honest. So someone who is over the Queen City Awards, they will nominate you first. So
okay.
if they see you out working or they see you doing something, they'll nominate you. And then you have to get your family and stuff to nominate you more.
Oh, okay.
And then once they nominate you more, then you have to get them to vote.
Okay.
So it felt great though. I was super excited. I'm super excited to be nominated for anything. But yeah, that was dope. And I was so new.
I was just gonna ask you, how long was you doing it for?
Not long at all. But
Was it longer than a year?
I have a horrible memory. It's really bad. I need my husband here to be like, how long? I don't know how. I don't know if it was a year or not, but I do know that it felt really good. But when I jumped off the porch doing comedy, I jumped. It was like I was doing.
Like they loved you for day one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I could have definitely had a Netflix special right now if I kept going.
Did being nominated make you feel like you wanted to go harder?
At that time, I was already pretty much going hard. I know being nominated made me up them prices. Yeah, you got to pay.
I charge now.
Yeah, I charge now. Honey. I have been nominated. You got to pay for me to come to this little show.
What would you say some of the cons are of being a comedian?
Meeting different people, just kind of going places and just kind of like living out your dreams. Working and not really working. And getting paid to just tell jokes, that's fun. That's a good time.
Okay. And then I know you said earlier that you go retire, you want to focus
Wait, you said
more.
the cons or the pros? I think
The
I
cons.
Cons is bad.
Oh, right. I ain't even realized, y'all. I ain't going to say cut, though. We going to keep going.
The cons.
Ooh, I done
is
smoked
the
that
bad.
good green.
Let me
Sorry.
see. The bad of doing comedy?
Is there any cons?
Yeah. That's why I stopped.
A lot to think about.
For me, I didn't really like the things that I was doing when I was doing comedy. So I was drinking a lot more. When you kind of in that entertainment industry, there's drugs, there's drinking, there's just a lot. And it also caused attention to my family, and I was away from my kids a lot. So I was at shows every weekend, and my daughter be like, "You ain't never home," and stuff like that. So when you hear celebrities always say that, you know, I'm making this sacrifice for my kids, and I don't get to see them because, you know, I'm trying to make this money for them. I didn't want to be that person.
Right, because the kids ain't gonna really care about how much they love their parents, regardless if they got $20, $1,000, $100,000, $1 million, or none.
They love you more with the money, but but they also would rather spend time with you. I know my kids love the fact that they can spend time with me, and that's what I do love about the Robinson Hustler business, because I can make shirts and they can help me. Like, my kids help me. That's where the 8 comes from, because I have 8
It's like
kids.
a family business.
It is a family business. So behind every small business is a family. That's our motto.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
It's cute. Okay. So what's your ultimate goal when it comes to doing the production and the hosting? I know you said that's what you want to focus on right now.
So with the hosting, I kind of hosted a family reunion before, but it was like my husband's family. It wasn't even, I didn't really host like that, but Auntie Adela always does these announcements. There's always 50 announcements at the cookout. And it's always 50 announcements. And so I kind of like chimed in this last 4th of July. And I liked it a lot, and I just had them dying laughing. So I want to host like family reunions. I want to do weddings, like the rehearsal dinner. I mean, not the rehearsal dinner, but the reception. I want to do stuff like that.
Okay.
I want to host like things like family stuff, because now I don't curse as much, so I can be clean.
Right.
Which I was afraid to do when I first started, because I cursed so much.
If you could do an event for anybody, who would it be?
Oh, that's a good question. You wrote that down. That's good. Good interview question. If I could do an event for anybody, like in the world, I guess. I don't know. Beyonce comes to mind. Beyonce comes to mind. That's who comes to mind. I would do a show. I would do a comedy show for Beyonce. I joke about how ugly her husband is. Jay-Z is ugly. I don't care how much money this nigga, he's ugly. And that hair is terrible. When Blue cannot dance, I could never do a show for her. She on that dancing, doing that look. Everybody be all excited. Get up off of this thing. No, I'm just playing. You don't talk about the kids. I talk about my kids. So by this time, I talk about anybody's kids. And Blue can't dance that good for me, but congratulations, girl. She got more money than me, so maybe not Beyonce. Let me see. I don't know. Anybody who's paying. Shoot. I don't know.
What advice would you give to anyone? Well, I will change this question up. I'm gonna break it up into 2 parts. What would you give advice to anyone that's an up-and-coming comedian, and anyone that's like in production and just starting off with throwing their own events? They doing the whole process, doing the whole production. They got hiring people. They doing the whole process. Like,
all right,
what
so
advice?
The first one, what advice would I give up-and-coming comedians? Well, everybody does their jokes differently. You know, some people are storytellers, and some people like tell jokes. One thing that I didn't do at each show, even though like celebrities do it, they tell the same jokes every show. You know, you can go to a show here and Kevin Hart's telling those same jokes there. You know?
Right.
So learn your set, get a good set, and stick with that. When you do start off, go to a lot of open mics. Do a lot of open mics so you can see what's funny. Try your new jokes at open mics. Don't go to a new show and try them new jokes, honey, because they don't be funny. Try them at open mic first, and if they're good, you stick those in, and make your set kind of flow. It needs to flow from like beginning to end. I love comedians who like tell a joke in the beginning, and then towards the end they kind of double back on that joke.
Yeah.
I like jokes like that. That's what I like. So I like for them to kind of. So I used to tell a joke about how driving on the highway, how I pee a lot on the side of the road. How when we got to pee,
You take you some tissue with you in the car?
You got to have some tissue.
Me too, girl.
So I would squat down and act like I'm peeing. Towards the end of one of my jokes, I would talk about how tired I was, and how when I come home, my man wanna do a little razzle dazzle. My kid is here, so I'm gonna keep it PG, cause they always here. That's actually the joke that the guy stole from me. My kids are actually they're actually already here. I used to tell a joke about them being in the car with the window down. They was fine. That's my joke. If y'all hear, that's mine. But my baby is actually here. Anyway, so then I would go back, and I would say. He would pick up my panties and say, you must have been thinking about me all day. And I'd be like, don't smell it. It might be a little pissy. Them joke from the beginning. Right. Peeing all the time. And that's what I would end on.
Right.
So to finish up the advice, have a great joke at the end and then say, that's my time. Thank you. Good night.
Okay. And what about...
I might have to do one more show because I forgot how good I was at this.
Grand finale.
Back.
Coming back?
I'm back.
Okay. Back and better. Bigger than ever.
I love it.
Okay. So what about part 2? Like, what about for the people?
Production?
Yeah, that part.
People will try to put the show together, honey. They will try. So my mistakes in the beginning is not being on time. Not me not being on time, but not starting the show on time. People got stuff to do. And the comedians didn't know that some people was with me and they be talking junk. And they would come back and be like, oh, they was talking junk. So make sure that you kind of start your show on time. The show must go on. Also, this is a really big one that I feel like even older comedians don't do. When somebody hits you up and tell you about coming to a show, you need to drop your price right then and there. Don't wait and be like, oh, well, how much you gonna pay me later? Nigga, we ain't talking about that. You ain't say that before you said you was gonna come. So anytime anybody book me, I say, yes, I would love to come. This is my fee. Off the rip. You need to say that in the beginning if you charge it, because people don't always charge, because people sometimes want to come for the experience. And that's fine. But if you charge, you need to say that. And then if you're willing to go down or work with it, say that too. But it's negotiable.
Right. Okay. You felt that one.
Yeah, because when I was producing, then they be like, so what? So what's up? What you need, some gas or something? You see ain't nobody in here. Or what? Did you promote? Did you share the flyer? And when you go to a show, I don't care how long you've been doing it, you need to bring some people with you.
Right, yeah.
I used to at least have 5 people come with me, so I'm paying myself. If I have 5 people come with me, they pay $20 a door. That's my $100 right there. And I ain't even that good at math.
Right.
2, 4, 6, 8, 100. Yeah.
Okay.
You pay yourself. Bring people with you. This way, other people want you to come back. I don't care how funny you is, honey. If you ain't sharing my flyer and talking about you're gonna be there and bringing people with you, I don't want you to come back. But the production side of it is a lot of work. So do your research. Ask comedians who've been doing this for a long time some advice. If they don't want to share it, it's because they're a hater and they ain't doing it. You can always hit me up. I'm always willing to give a little free advice. Not a lot.
But we'll give you a little bit for free.
A little bit for
little
free.
knowledge. All right, y'all. So we about to get into this unfiltered feeling segment. Y'all know when we talk about anything, it's gonna get blood and raw.
Do my baby need to go?
Ooh, she might need to go. But
Alright, look, baby. What we doing?
We're gonna be right back, y'all.
We're gonna take my
Enjoy
baby
this next sponsor break. This sponsor sells journals. These journals gonna help y'all manifest y'all desires and everything that y'all want in life. Check it out. The link gonna be in description, and we're gonna be right back after this sponsor break. Hey cousins, it's your girl Goddess 7, and listen, this commercial break is actually sponsored by me. Y'all make sure y'all go to Amazon and get this manifestation journal. 369 21-day manifestation journal. I'm gonna help you manifest all of your dreams, everything that you're inspiring. I'm gonna help you get there. I'm gonna guide you in this journal. Make sure y'all go check out Amazon Prime. The link is in the description. Go get your journal.